Hello everyone, my name is Safullah Safir and I am from Mirpur University of Science and Technology, and currently I am leading AWS Learning Club Must under the guidance of AWS Cloud Club Pakistan. Recently I had the privilege of participating in AWS Community Day Islamabad. This journey has not only enhanced my skills but also provided me the platform to share my knowledge and inspires others to explore cloud technologies. And today we will explore Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. Before exploring AWS VPC, let's imagine a scenario, guys. There are millions of customers who uses AWS services, and there are millions of resources that these customers have created. Without boundaries around all of these resources, network traffic would be able to flow between them unrestricted. Would you guys think how is it possible? So, the solution is a networking service which is used to establish boundaries around all of these resources, which is Amazon Virtual Private Cloud. Now let's break down what the term actually VPC means. What is Amazon VPC? VPC is a virtual private network to deploy your resources. With AWS VPC, you can launch AWS resources in a logically isolated virtual network that you define. This virtual network closely resembles with your traditional network that you operate in your own data center with the benefits of scalable AWS infrastructure. And maximum 5 VPC you can create it in a region, and VPC is generally region specific. So let's illustrate with the diagram. This diagram shows an example of VPC, and we have 3 availability zones and 3 subnets here and 1 internet gateway attached to this VPC. Don't worry guys, we will break down each component one by one. So types of VPC, there are 2 types of VPC. The first one is default VPC and the next one is custom VPC. Default VPC is created in each region when you create an AWS account, and custom VPC are created by an AWS owner, which is manually configured. And the main difference between default VPC and custom VPC is default VPC has an internet gateway by default, and custom VPC does not have an internet gateway by default. You must have to create an internet gateway and attach it to the custom VPC. So the components of VPC. The first component is public subnet. If your traffic goes through the internet gateway, then you are in public subnet. The next component is private subnet. If your traffic does not go through an internet gateway, you are in private subnet. The next component is route table. If you want to establish a communication between public subnet and private subnet, you must configure route table. The next component is internet gateway. Internet gateway is a virtual router that is used to connect VPC with an internet. And the next component is security group. Security group is basically a virtual firewall, and it operates at EC2 instance level, and it is stateful, means if any inbound traffic is allowed, the outbound traffic would be allowed automatically. The next component is NACL, Network Access Control List, and it operates at subnet level, and it is stateless, mean if any traffic is allowed inbound, and you must have to allow the outbound traffic explicitly. So the next component is peering connection. If you want to establish a communication between two VPCs, whether they are in the same region or in different region, you should use peering connection. The next component is VPC flow logs. If you want to capture the activities and information IP traffic going on to and from in network interfaces, you should use VPC flow logs. And the next component is VPN connection. If you want to establish a site-to-site VPN connection between on-premises environment and VPC, you should use virtual private network. And I have published a detailed guide on Dev2. You can check out this, that how you can establish a site-to-site VPN connection. At the end, I would like to thank you for watching.